with the price of Bitcoin dropping more than 10% in the last 24 hours. In this video, we ask, is this the end for Bitcoin and crypto? Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Enter Crypto, where every single day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you would be interested in, then like, subscribe, and click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Now today, as mentioned in the earlier on in the video, we're going to be talking about the end of crypto. In particular, the end of crypto. This is an article from CoinDesk, and as always, guys, we'll quickly read through it and then we'll explain and remark after. So, the end of crypto. Market sentiment is improving, and even the New York Times is fair-minded. Trying to figure out whether crypto is here to stay isn't as simple as tallying up the industry's wins or losses. For a while there, it genuinely seemed possible that the US's SEC could wipe crypto off the map, maybe with the help of other government agencies. Then again, there's practically a cottage industry of people who've made it their business to count all the times Bitcoin or crypto supposedly died, and as sure as we are, the sun will rise tomorrow. Bitcoin will likely keep adding blocks to the chain. That's induction, baby. Without speaking out of step, it seems like the overall mood of the crypto scene has shifted, and last week the Greed and Fear Index for measuring sentiment in Bitcoin markets flipped bullish. Beginning with BlackRock's surprising move into the realm of crypto ETFs and running through PayPal's just launched stablecoin, it seems like most of the major crypto news headlines are pointing a way forward. Ripple Labs didn't exactly win its long legal battle with the SEC, but the part it didn't lose could be significant for token issuers going forward. Industry villains seem to be getting some comeuppance, with SBF being thrown in the clink, and the Three Arrows Capital jabronis getting sued. So is the bottom in? That's not really for me to say, but now that the SEC has finally unloaded its worst against sector giants Binance and Coinbase, FedNow didn't siphon off all interest in crypto, and meaningful legislation has passed never-before-seen hurdles. It seems like the worst is over yet. Sure, there are still many long-term risks to crypto. Proposed custody rule changes could put crypto into a hostage situation. CoinDesk's semi-estranged parent digital currency groups, Bitcoin Trust, could unravel, and quantum computers could one day break cryptography's back. There's likely plenty of tail risks and black swans and bitter ends ahead. Just yesterday, the New York Times published an article essentially calling the end of people who call the end of crypto. At this point, it seems clear enough now that Bitcoin is battle-tested, and while governments may want to step up oversight of crypto, the real anarchic core to all of this is basically untouchable. There is a technological force loose in the world that enables completely permissionless transactions, and that inspires others to build and build and build, creating a functionally self-perpetuating loop. So I thought this article was interesting because rather than it being about the end of crypto, which there seems to be no end of anytime there's a bear market, or anytime, actually not even a bear market, just anytime we get some bad news in crypto, like the SBF saga or like the SEC suing Ripple, or basically anything. Especially if there's a government involved, we end up talking about, and all the headlines are, is this the end of Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin dead? All this nonsense. And now we're actually talking about, is this the end of saying it's the end? Is it saying it's the end of crypto? And I think it is. I think people are now got used to the idea. Almost everybody knows or has certainly heard of Bitcoin. Even in from the poor countries to the affluent or rich countries, almost everybody now knows what Bitcoin. If they don't know what it is, they certainly heard of it, and they know that it's some kind of internet money or internet currency. Now that just didn't. that kind of knowledge just didn't exist even 5 years ago. It was still kind of a bit of a fringe, just kind of a real alternative currency where people just didn't know much about it, and there wasn't any interest in it either, or not much. Now we've got institutional investors interested in it. We've got BlackRock, who are the trillions trillions of dollars in assets under management, interested in promoting Bitcoin through Larry Fink. Peter Thiel, who's another hedge fund, billionaire. Paul Tudor Jones, and there's a couple of guys, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, the US Shark Tank program, TV program. There's just, it's just everybody's interested in it now. And even though it's a bear market because of what's happened with it's actually not a bear market for crypto, it's a bear market for everything. Stocks have been going down and everything. So it's kind of a bear market for risk on assets, I would say. And Bitcoin, whether we like it or not, at the moment is seen as a risk on asset. For those outside of crypto, I think people who actually believe in Bitcoin and think that it's a good store of value and a good medium of exchange, think that it's actually more of a safe haven rather than a risk off asset, a bit similar to gold, rather than a risk on asset like stocks. And so this seems to be quite a refreshing article, and I'm glad that it's changing. I'm glad that people have stopped talking about the end of Bitcoin and the end of crypto, because this has been going on for 14 years now, and it's not showing any signs of weakness. And as I mentioned before, if anything, it's just gaining popularity. It just seems to be getting stronger and stronger. There's more influencers talking about crypto online and on YouTube and on Twitter. There are more and more genuine use cases for crypto especially as we start to see the CBDCs being rolled out in various countries. And so, despite the price movement down, in my opinion, it's never been a better time for crypto. And so I'll leave you with that, guys. Thank you as always for watching. Thank you for listening. If you found some value from this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share the video and comment as well. If there's anything that you've got any questions, any comments at all, just leave them in the comments box below, and I try to answer all of them. So thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow.